Hi everyone, I hope you're okay, and I hope that the videos we keep uploading are helping you out. On this video guys, I'll be tackling the sixth question from the mid-year examination, which was written in the year of 2024 in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. Please do expect a total number of 10 videos, since the question paper had 10 questions in total, which simply means each and every question will have its own video. So please do guys take this seriously, because I strongly believe that knowing how to tackle exam questions will give you an edge whenever you write your mid-year exam, your preliminary exam, and most importantly, your final examination. So please do share the video to your peers so that they may have the same edge as you. And please guys, please do help us grow the channel by just subscribing. Okay, the graphs of h of x and f and s of x are drawn below. The x-intercepts of h are -6 and +2. Okay, and then we are told that the coordinates, which is -4 and 6, are the coordinates of one point, of one of the points of intersection between both h and s. The first question, they want us to show that a is -½ b is -2 and c is 6. Okay, since we are given the x-intercepts guys of our parabola, I can simply express my graph like this. H of x is equal to a, x minus x1, and then x minus x2. x1 and x2 represents our x-intercepts over there. Ne? I have a, x plus 6, and x minus 2. If ever my x-intercept is negative, I'll write a positive over there. If my x-intercept is positive, I'll write it negative over there. Okay, and then now all I need to do guys is to find the value of a. How can I find the value of a? By just substituting an extra point which is on the curve of h. Né? I know that yes, I have a, then I have x plus 6, I have x minus 2. I know that guys, y is 6 if and only if x is -4. Are we together? If and only if x is -4. So I'll simply have 6 on the other side. I have a multiplied by, okay, I have +2 multiplied by -6, that's just -12. If we divide both sides by -12, then a will simply be equal to -½ Therefore, the graph of h of x is equal to -½ into x plus 6 and x minus 2. Just multiply out the brackets. You'll simply have x squared minus, that's -2x plus 6x, that's plus 4x minus 12, and then multiply the entire bracket by this -½ You'll simply get -1 over 2x squared minus 2x plus 6. And then now I've shown that a is equal to a -½ b is equal to -2, and c is equal to 6. Okay, now they want me to find the maximum value of h. How can I find the maximum value? The maximum value guys is just the y value at the turning point. If I can find the x value at the turning point, I can therefore go and find the corresponding y value. There are many ways guys to find the x value at turning point. Né? Since now we know the numerical values of a, b, and c, we can simply say the x value turning point is just minus b over 2a. After finding the x value, substitute the x value on the original function of h to get the corresponding y value. That corresponding y value will simply be your local maximum. Are you together? Another way to find your local maximum, you can simply find your derivative of your graph and then make your derivative to be equal to 0, solve x. After finding the x value, substitute it to the original equation, so that will get the corresponding y value. That corresponding y value is your local maximum. Are you together? And then another way guys, if you have two x-intercepts over there, you can simply find the average. So the x value at turning point will simply be -6 plus 2 all over 2. I'll simply get to -2. So I now know that the x value turning point is -2. All I have to do is to find the corresponding y value. And I know that my corresponding y value will simply be the y value at the local turning point, or rather at the local maximum. So h of negative, remember that guys, h of x is equal to -half x squared minus 2x plus 6, right? So h of -2 is -1 over 2 multiplied by -2 squared minus -2 times the -2 plus 6. And then this will simply give me the corresponding y value. I'm lazy to do this off my head. Let me just punch my calculator. Multiplied by -2 squared minus 2 times the -2 plus 6. So this will simply give me 8. So the maximum value, h of -2 is just equal to 8. Therefore, the maximum value is just equal to 8, because the maximum is the y value at our turning point there. Yeah? Okay, now they want us to determine the equation of s if it is given that the gradient of s is equal to a -half. So we do have a gradient and we have a point on the line of f of x. We can simply say that s of x is equal to mx plus c. The gradient is just -half. All we have to do now is to find the value of c. I can simply substitute my point over there. I know that y is 6 if and only if the x value is just -4. So I simply have c being equal to 6 minus 2. That's equal to 4. Yeah? So the value of our y-intercept is equal to 4. Therefore, the equation of s of x is just -half x plus 4. Equation of s is just -half x plus 4. Okay, for which values of k will s plus k be equal to h have two roots that are opposite in sign? Okay, the two roots that are opposite in sign, we can only have a situation like that if and only if the two graphs intersect one another below the y-intercept of our parabola. Are you together? We can only have that if the two graphs intersect one another below this point over here, below this point over there. Are you together? Anywhere below this point, you can have two roots that have two different signs. Are you together? Because above that line, we simply have two negative roots over there. Are you together? So remember that I have s of x plus k being equal to h of x. Ne? This is -half x plus 4 plus k is equal to h of x. Remember that, guys, the y-intercept of my h of x is equal to 6. Are you together? So that means this will be true if and only if the y-intercept of this guy is just less than 6. So this over there should be less than 6. I'll just say 4 plus k is less than 6. Therefore, k should be less than 2. K should be any number which is less than 2. K should be any number which is less than 2. Okay. And then now I'm being asked to describe the translation that h undergo to become p. Remember that, guys, h of x, since we know the coordinates of our turning point, it can be written as 1 -half. We can express our function as a x minus p squared plus q, right? We know the value of k, that's negative half. P is just the x value at the turning point. Since our x value is equal to a negative 2, I'm going to write a positive 2 over there. And then the y value at the turning point is 8. So they want us to know how must this be translated so that it will look exactly like that. These two things are the same. The only difference, on the graph of h, we have our turning point at y is equal to 8, but over here the turning point is at y is equal to 0. So the only thing we have to do, we must just shift our graph 8 units down. The graph should be shifted 8 units down. That's how, guys, we should have tackled the 6th question over there. So please do stay tuned and wait for more videos. Thank you.